It's gone from just simply making personalized placement learning plans and work ed agreements to tracking OEAP, tracking the student hours, giving students input into how they actually create their own learning plans now. When we first developed it, the co-op teachers were telling us it was taking them between 45 minutes and an hour to make a ministry compliant PPLP. We set the benchmark at 5 minutes. They had to be able to do it in 5 minutes or less. Otherwise, we had to go back and redo the program. The first semester the teacher uses it, it takes them about 20 minutes to do a PPLP. By about the third semester, they're down to about 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes. Principals, they're able to do some data mining, get statistics on where the students are being placed, what type of tie-in courses are being used for those students, and how frequently the students are having input into their own PPLPs. With the new Ontario College of Trades, any student who is in an apprenticeable trade, whether they're actually registered as an apprentice or not, that information has to be reported back. The College of Trades is trying to track students from entering high school all the way through to completing their apprenticeship programs. They want to know what kinds of students or what types of students could be heading into the skilled trade market. With our product now, students who are in cooperative education, we can track them heading off into college, showing what courses they have taken at the high school level and how that would fit in with the different trades that are available for them. Students log in using either their school board ID or their OEN as both their username and their password. Once they've logged into the system, they only have access to their own information. By doing it this way, we don't have to maintain extra usernames and passwords for them. If the student is in the system, they're able to log into it. If the student is not already set up by one of the teachers in co-op, then they can't log into the system. They're only allowed access to the system in the semester that they're actually in co-op. So a student who's taking co-op in semester 1 of the next school year can't get into the system early. And a student who completed co-op in first semester isn't able to get into it in second semester to make any changes to it. If the student makes any changes to their own personalized placement learning plan, the teacher has the opportunity to accept those changes, decline them, or leave them the way they are to review at a later date. Depending on the size of the school board, typically we do one semester with a pilot group of schools, usually 3 or 4 schools. Because each of the personalized placement learning plans are customized for each of the school boards, having their own branding on it, we like to go through with a handful of teachers in that first semester to flush out any of the issues that are going to be specific to that board. Typically by the second semester, all of the schools in the school board are using the application at that point. We don't generally open up the student portal until the third semester, until after all of the teachers have had an opportunity to get comfortable with the program first. We have a user group meeting once or twice a year, depending on what's happening with the ministry. The feedback from the end users is what drives the enhancements that are in the program. Obviously, if there's anything that changes from the ministry itself, that gets implemented as part of the next release. We typically have a release at the end of the school year for the beginning of the next year, which is all of the enhancements or most of the enhancements that the individual boards have asked for, as well as any ministry changes that have happened throughout the course of the year. We usually have a second release, which is a very minor release, which includes the curriculum updates that happen from September forward that school year, as well as any minor changes that the ministry may come out with. When we're looking at the Ontario Youth Apprenticeship side of it, there's been a number of changes with the College of Trades over the last 18 months, so it has necessitated a couple of updates to include all of that information from the Ontario College of Trades.